I am glad I held off on posting. I was going to make a really not funny Hawk Tuah joke, guys. I was gonna do like, I was gonna do, guys, look, it's Lamarak. Look, in the title, I was gonna say, Jet the Hawk, too. This is Hawk Tuah, haha, so funny. No, because, you know, they do this. Was it the day after, 2 days after? The day after, boom, Sheriff Sonic. You know who else is in this image? In the tiny corner? Boom, right here, Shadow. Thank you to this guy for circling it. And you know what? It's confirmed, there's a Shadow there. And then it's like, okay, cool, great, we have 3 new skins. I was like, too lazy to make a video yesterday. This was yesterday. And then randomly, what the fuck? Ha! And we just had a roadmap too. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so very clearly the game's breaking in revenue. Hey everybody, we have 4 new characters. 4 incoming characters. One of which is at least a challenger. Yeah, let's go in chronological order here. Now, there's no telling that this is the release date that they'll actually go in, because if you recall, you know, so long of a time ago, like last damn week, we had Marine just come out, and Marine was last, despite being second on the roadmap, because we went Sinbad, Extreme Gear Shadow, and then Marine. I did not do anything for Marine. I should have. Actually, I just haven't been making videos in general. Mainly, I just like covered news. I don't do gameplay much anymore. I didn't even do a Shadow showcase, which is like the thing I do. So yeah, maybe I should start getting on top of that when I have more time that isn't just school. But yeah, we have Lamarak here. This is a PvP character from Sonic and the Black Knight. I have heard people want this character. Like, he's been requested for some time, and I believe he was data mined sometime during Extreme Gear Shadows update, or maybe even before that. He was, at some point, he was data mined. I refrained from making a video on it just because I don't, unless the leak content is something huge, I didn't feel like this was something worth doing a leak video on. This isn't like, you know, the leaked roadmap from 2 years ago, or the Angry Birds from last year, where it was like, damn, this is big news. Let's, you know, talk about it. It's Lamarak. This is gonna be his first playable appearance outside of Black Knight, which also means he's coming, obviously, to Dash, but also this most likely means he's coming to Rumble. Because if you haven't noticed, which I wouldn't blame you, because a lot of people don't have access to the game, Rumble has a ton of Forces Speed Battle skins. We have right now there's a baseball event with All-Star Amy and Slugger Sonic. They have the Knights. They have Pirate Shadow, or Captain Shadow and Pirate Sonic from Dash, which, by the way, still haven't come out on Forces. Those are, like, just there. They have not come out yet. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach that, Captain Shadow and Pirate Sonic, because those are not in Forces yet. What else is in Rumble? Shoot, I know there's more. But off the top of my head, they have the baseball skins, which are from Forces Speed Battle. It's like one of, oh, they have the Pop Stars. Yeah. So very clearly, this is like pretty big for like just Lamarak being in future games. So congratulations to the 3 Lamarak fans and the 500 Jet the Hawk fans. You are eating good. Obviously, we don't have, for all 4 of these characters, we don't have kit details, because we don't have schedules. If I check Discord right now, we have a challenger recap with, yeah, okay. It's just a challenger recap. We don't have anything after that. We could probably see Lamarak probably then. I don't particularly enjoy that they've been doing the kit details the day that the characters drop. That makes me less incentivized to make them, because you can just look at them and figure out yourself. Because like, it's already out. If you want to like get the character, boom, buy the vault, you're done. And you could just form an opinion yourself. There's no reason for me to make a video on kit details if they come out the day of. I will still probably try and get on top of that. I didn't do it for anyone except for, I think, Sinbad. No, I did one for, I think I did one for Shadow. I didn't do one for Marine. That event was garbage. That was a terrible event. I hated that. I only got her to level 1. But also, she's permanently available, so, you know, whatever. Enough speaking about him. Here's the next big thing. We got Sheriff Sonic. This one's pretty cool. It's nice that we're getting sort of like a new aesthetic here. Instead of, you know, we're back to the pop stars. We're doing something else right now. I don't know. What's typically the May slot? Also, we've been getting a lot more characters this year. So, you know, for anyone... I remember reading like fake leaks before Frontiers came out. It was like, Sonic vs. Speed Battle is gonna get shut down. You're gonna have the Genshin Impact Sonic game that comes out right after it, and it's gonna be so awesome. That didn't hold up well. Very clearly, we are still getting characters. Now, Sheriff Sonic's cool because we actually have his items. Yeah, they basically made it like a movie sort of poster. That's like obviously a cool aesthetic. By the way, don't count on any of these being the final renders. They've been doing a theme recently where they use one render for all the pre-release content, and then boom, day of, it switches to something else. Who did they did this to? Drummer Cream, I think Valentine Rouge. Shoot, who else? Maybe Panda Amy. Some others, like, where they've just been, like, oh, Basis Blaze. All the promo material has been one render, and then the day that they come out, boom, it's a different render. Some of them for better, some of them, Extreme Gear Shadow. But, yeah, just don't expect these to be the final. I'm gonna have a fun time editing this one, guys, for the thumbnail. Sheriff Sonic, though, back to what I was saying, we have his items. So, his projectile will be Lasso, his trap will be Speedster's Saloon, and I'm assuming that for the first time we are going to get a Power Sneakers reskin with boots, because that's what this looks like. If like, I can just pull this up real quick, hold on. Like, just right here, we go to items. We have, oh, I hate that the wiki did this, it's so annoying. Let's go to, this is so annoying. Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, no, this is the damn page. I hate that they do this. I hate that they do this. Whatever. It's exactly like, if you see it right there, it's right there. That's Power Sneakers. Oh, one sec. Literally the exact same. So I'm assuming we're getting a Power Sneakers reskin. It'd be cool if they buffed it a little to be a bit longer. I feel like that'd be nice. Because already it's a fast boost. It's very good, honestly. For a launch day boost, it's holding up. Especially considering what else is out. Ice boost, kinda garbage. Invincibility is the worst boost in the game. Don't at me. And then what else? Electro boost is okay, but so few characters have it that it's like irrelevant. So that's cool. Lasso is interesting to like think about because like, does it pull people back? That would be really, really toxic if it did. Or maybe they'll do the thing with Ninja Espio where you like hit someone and then you get a boost forward. I feel like they'd probably do that. And the Speedster Salute, we'll see. maybe this looks like it will be a... You know what? Maybe this is Boost. This might be his Boost, actually, and then this is just an icon. Yeah, but overall, that's very cool. Honestly, I would prefer getting Sheriff and sort of like the Wild West aesthetic characters instead of Popstar characters, because Popstar characters have long overstayed their welcome, I'm gonna be honest. It's been 3 years, and none of them have been that good. Yeah, so in this picture here, if you zoom in, like right here, it's really hard to do this. God, I hate Twitter. I would have to open this in a new tab, but regardless, if you look in the corner here, that's a very shadow silhouette, like pretty obviously shadow. He has the spikes going up with the one going down. That's a shadow pose too. And if anything, to solidify it further, Ayo is that shadow, said this guy. Who responds? So yeah, we're confirmed to get a sheriff or outlaw or whatever, Wild West aesthetic shadow, which will be really cool to see. Obviously I'm eating it up because I like shadow. if the memo was not gotten. Yeah. So that'll be cool. We don't have anything on him, so he's most likely going to be coming last, unless they want to sandwich these two together before whatever comes after them, which is most likely this guy. Yeah. So if you cannot understand it, this is very blatantly, also spoilers for Sonic Heroes from 20 years ago. This is Eggman melting and becoming, this is Neo Metal. Neo Metal does this in Heroes, where like he liquidifies himself to becoming Eggman, and that's who you fight the entire game until the end, and then he like copies others like did. Yeah, it's because he absorbed chaos, even though we didn't see chaos in the game. Yeah. If this shape wasn't any evident either. So this is a pretty big one. Obviously, this is a character that has been on the top of the list of incoming characters since Infinite was announced. Hell, you could even argue since Eggman came out. Or crack shooting and say since Metal Sonic came out day one. Like, this is big. I feel like we all knew, we had a general consensus it was going to happen at some point, but, you know, it's happening now, which is very cool. And very clearly, because it's a video of this caliber, they're gonna be doing something big. It's gonna be hard to sort of predict how this character goes, because they could do the route I think that they're gonna do, and do this guy just on his own, and then maybe at some point later on, we'll get the introduction of gigantified characters, like really big characters, and that's when they'll do Metal Madness and Metal Overlord. Or they could do the really cool thing and incorporate it into him right here. This would be really big if you could have characters that use like giant forms or some sort, because that means immediately all the Titans come in. You could use the End, we could have Sage using one of the Titans, we could have the Ancients, we could have what else? Chip with Gaia Colossus, we could have a redo Mephiles with Solaris. Kinda, although that ship has kinda sailed. What else? Eggman and a whole bunch of mechs. Like Death Egg Robot, you could do Egg Emperor here. Time Eater. Yeah. Like Nega, I should not have said that. The NEGA Energy with Robot from Colors. Sorry. I did not mean to use any slurs. Yeah, if that's how they're gonna approach this guy and have like Metal Madness, Metal Overlord as a part of his kit, that'd be first really damn cool. Like, that'd be easily, I think, the coolest character that we have in the game, because that would just be like, you know, giant characters can use his other forms. Like, we've had transforming characters obviously at this point, but like, this would be just so cool to have like giant characters. And as I said, it's like gonna pave the way for a whole bunch of stuff in the future. I think with this, we've mainly cleared out most of the main villains that do not have giant forms. Because I'm thinking, obviously we have Eggman, we have Metal Sonic, we have Chaos, we don't have Bio Lizard, but also that's giant. Now we're getting this guy. We have Mephiles, which is surprising. We have Infinite, obviously. Yeah, that's really it for not like also the Zeddy. We don't have all the Zeddy yet, actually. That is something to point out. We don't have all the Zeddy. Granted, is anyone gonna summon on... Wait, who do we have? We have Zaz, Zavik, and Xena. We need Master Zik, Zom, and the emo one, whose name I forget. Is anyone gonna, like, actually try and get those characters? Especially if they're super rares. Are there any other villains? Obviously, we still need Sage, but that's sort of why I'm thinking that this guy might just have, like, Metal Madness and Overlord incorporated into his kit. Because this would be a gateway to characters like that, which would be so cool to see in this game because it's something new. Like, do we remember how hyped we were for Infinite? I remember I was going nuts for Infinite because new mode, new rarity. It's the anticipated character for the game. You know, he was the guy. And we're sort of getting a repeat of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna have some form of just new anything to this guy here, because he's a requested character. Like, again, as I said earlier, since the day Infinite was announced, hell, even teased, from day number 1 that Infinite was teased, and we knew about this higher rarity, this challenger rarity, this was on the cards. This was like, you know, gun to the back of your head, name 5 characters you want in Sonic vs. Speed Battle. 9 out of 10 times you're hearing this guy. So, it'll be interesting to see how they live up to this expectation. Obviously, they're gonna make him broken. Like, there's no doubt. Every single anticipated character that they've done recently, boom, immediately they become great. Surge, amazing. Infinite was amazing. Movie Super Shadow and Movie Shadow, I shouldn't need to tell you how that went. Who else? Whatever. Infinite himself was broken. The supers were broken. Like, he's going to be good, but it's how he's good that intrigues me the most. But yeah, I've yapped too long. That was like, what? Jesus Christ, like 5 minutes of me yapping about the future possibilities of this guy. Let me know what you guys think about all of these. This is just like so much. It's like, let me breathe, guys. We have a racing game coming up, and Rumble is due for literally any point. I've been playing it, and it's like they could drop it tomorrow, and it'd be okay. They should drop it tomorrow. Yeah. That's everyone new. I'm gonna go torture myself by making this thumbnail because, good lord, every single time that we have one of these, the glass murals, I hate it. It's the worst to cut out. It's the worst. I hate it. Let me know what you guys think about being like force-fed this content. We are out of the 2020 drought, guys. Salute to the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.